Jayden, Adam Peters from the Commanders. How you doing, man? I've just been so impressed with what you've done to get yourself to where you're at right now, man. And there's so many more great things to come. But you put in all the work in the early mornings, the late nights. I just couldn't be more impressed, and I couldn't be more proud to pick you to represent our franchise. So congratulations, man.
Congrats, man. How awesome is this? I've known for a long time about the ball player, but over the last 2 months, I learned about the dude, the dedication. I think the Florida game spoke to your resilience, and that's why you're coming here, man. You're a dog competitor. We're going to kick a lot of ass together.
Congrats, man. Welcome to you and your family, to the DMV. I know we're going to make it happen together. I'm so appreciative that we're going to be doing this. And what a night, and you've earned it, and just celebrate. Can't wait to see you tomorrow.
Turn it in. Let's go.
With the second pick in the 2024 NFL Draft, the Washington Commanders select Jayden Daniels, quarterback, LSU.
Shout out Red Zone Lab Podcast. Hey, what up, y'all? It's Benjamin St. Jude's, DB for the Washington Commanders. I want to give a big shout out to Red Zone and the Lab Podcast.
Yo, what up?
Yo, what's the word, my boy?
Yeah, welcome back.
Welcome back.
It's on
You
that
know what I'm
podcast.
saying?
I Deuce got my man Slim in the building with me. What's good?
What's the word, my boy? What's going on, my good people?
Man, we got a quarterback, man.
God, a franchise guy.
You know what I'm saying? We got a quarterback, man.
Yeah.
Like, you gotta love it.
Listen,
You gotta love it, man. You gotta love it.
Listen, man, my head coach got me buzzing.
You gotta love it, man. Hold up. Let me get my shits right. Yeah. You gotta love it, man. You gotta love it. You gotta love it. You gotta love it. Man, look at the jersey, man. Look at the stitch.
Man, shout out the social media
man.
team, man. They've been doing wonders for the last 2
Yeah,
weeks.
man. Daniels. Hey, look, we definitely appreciate everybody chopping in today. We're not gonna be before you too long today. What's up, Carlton? What's up, Kamish? What's up, Key? What's up? Did you see the report we did try to check? Yep, I saw that. Ben Static reported we tried to get back somewhere in the middle teens or something like that. And
Oh, wow. That's a little bit earlier than I thought we was trying. I heard we were being a little aggressive. I was thinking it was more that 20 to 28 range. But knowing we was trying to get back in the teens, that means they was trying to go get one of those O tackles that were highly coveted. So shout out to them. For the effort.
For sure. I mean, you got to have a trade partner.
Yeah.
The compensation has to make sense for both sides. We ain't in business of getting fleeced. We ain't rocking like that no more.
No,
You know
sir.
what I'm saying? But they did try. But hey, look, it's day 2, man. We got our quarterback with day 1. You know what I'm saying? We back, man. You know what I'm saying? We finally got a quarterback. I mean, you done had some time to think about it. Like I said, we're not gonna be before y'all. We are gonna run the press conference. But what does it feel like to have a quarterback, man?
It feels good. This is the first time that I've had a quarterback that not only I feel confident in their ability, I feel confident in the staff's ability to continue to help him grow into a finished product. Because as he said, he's not a finished product. It's not one of those situations just because he's not one of the youngest prospects coming out that he's just got to be some finished product day one. There's still a lot of room for him to grow, and now there's just not that looming cloud of folks have to be overly good, overly great to kind of overcompensate for some of the things that go on behind the scenes that we know maybe not directly, but indirectly affect, winning culture and ultimately results. I've always believed no matter what the field is, that the business is in, success starts from the top down. So now that we have that infrastructure there, it just gives me a sense of genuine optimism, instead of a false sense of security, I would say, in the past.
And it gives us a shot to win. Like we have an opportunity with him. Some games to actually have the best player on the field.
Yeah.
And it's kind of tough. When the last time we been able to say that? Probably 2012. You know what I'm saying? Even some games, with Terry, but he doesn't get involved all the time. And you know what I'm saying? It's not because of him.
Definitely not.
Even like John Allen and Payne, like those guys, man, it's very hard to find somebody from our team over the past 12 years to say they was the best player on the field. Who's a blue chipper and all these. But this is what this guy's projected to be. He's projected to be that. And I'm not with the camp where, let's sit him a few games. Nah, straight out the gate, the guy's a super senior, as you deemed him a super senior. Like, we got to get rolling, man.
Yeah. And again, man, like I understand the theory of sitting a guy, but again, unless your situation is that ideal that you have a highly productive veteran still playing at a good level, where you are afforded that luxury, that's just not a thing. You know what I mean? Like, if you get hired at on an entry level position at a job, but you have no previous experience in the job, you coming straight out of school. Let's say all you got is your degree, but you have no experience on the job. They're not going to sit there and tell you, hey, just shadow the manager or just shadow the guy that's in your position right now for a year, and then we'll throw you in. That's not how this works. You learn on the job. And again, you can clearly tell when a guy is a player and he's being held back because of the surroundings. You can tell when a guy is shining through the lack of talent around him. And then you can clearly see, okay, this isn't he's not going to live up to the potential or to where we expected him to ultimately be. And then those guys, still, some of them become low end starters, some of them become ideal backups. You know what I mean? But definitely not in the business of sitting the guy that you take at number 2.
Yeah, and I ain't gonna knock it. You know what I mean? Like, I ain't gonna knock it. But we just don't see it, right?
Yeah.
I mean, you had the Justin Herbert situation, with him and Tyrod. Tyrod was coming to the season as a starter. Right before week 1, he got the rib puncture. You know what I'm saying? But Justin took off, right?
Yeah.
So, he took off. I think he did throw for 5,000 yards or something like that.
Yeah.
He took off. What else? Who else? The Ravens, you know what I'm saying? Flacco, they went 14, 12, 13 games, something like that, brought in Lamar. And you got the Packers, like they shouldn't even be, like, they had 33 quarterbacks over the last 30, 40 years. So, you know what I'm saying?
I don't even like talking about them
it ain't
dudes
even
as
fair,
quarterbacks,
bro.
bro. That's a different type of luxury and fortune that I could only dream of ever having,
Exactly.
man.
It's crazy. And then you think about the Chiefs. They were good, right? Like, Alex Smith, they was good.
They
They
were
went.
literally they were the Cowboys in the AFC. They were getting to the playoffs every year, win a game, maybe even have the occasional win 2 games. But Alex Smith just wasn't getting them to that final destination. And kudos to them to have the fruition to go out there and say, we're going to be aggressive and get our succession plan now instead of waiting until Alex Smith completely, lost his productivity, and then you try to do it at a point where you don't have the luxury to, give away assets and things of that nature. So, there's definitely some cases where guys don't start the season. I would, those situations are still a little different than ours. Tyrod, when he came from the Chargers, I believe he came from the Bills, correct?
Yep. Yeah.
and he still
He took them to the playoffs too.
and yeah, he still had a level. He still had a level of production. Same with Flacco. Like he was on the downward trajectory, but he didn't fully hit rock bottom that the rookie was going to start from day one. So with us, with Mariota coming from a situation where the whole Falcons, debacle happened. He kind of came back and was there the full season as the backup in Philly, I believe, but he doesn't offer nowhere near the minimum level of productivity I would need to feel comfortable in saying, hey, I'll sit Jayden for the first quarter of the season if he's, coming along a little slower with learning the playbook and things like that. Because I think that's the biggest hurdle. I don't think nobody's going to believe in the talent enough to take the prospect top 5 and then feel like, oh, well, week 1 they not we misevaluated the talent. More of that, I would think as a fan, is just how quick can your guy pick up the playbook. So we'll definitely see.
He'll definitely learn on the fly.
Yeah, man.
Definitely. Yeah, man. So that's the thing. So Josh Harris, the report came out that during that time, when everybody was complaining about the Topgolf and all that, that Jayden Daniels was the only one that had a VIP one-on-one with Josh Harris. So, I mean, like they said, man, they've been new, you know what I'm saying? And big props to Jayden for not leaking that information. You know what I'm saying? Like he held it close to his vest. And who knows, like with his agent, with the and all that, like
new representation.
Yeah.
I'm sorry, respectfully, I understand who you came into the league with, but there's just no way that in hindsight we're hearing how much they were locked in on your ability over the other guy's ability, and all they needed, the due diligence wasn't that somebody was going to move them off of taking you. It was more to just confirm the character side, and they said they've been loving that for the past 2 months. So we hearing all of this and he getting VIP treatment to kick it with Josh. That means Josh knew to pick at Topgolf. Josh already knew who his quarterback was. So for you to be sitting here even on Twitter alluding to anything is just weird, because now you're speaking in a manner that you're leaving something in the air for people to take as representation of how Jayden feels.
That's right, Tim. Look,
and we see the type of smoke
that's crazy. Yeah, look, like they don't have ain't nobody gonna come out and apologize and any of that. They ain't doing none of that. Like, it's just what it is. It's the nature of the nature of the beast, man.
Yeah, man.
It's the nature of the beast for sure. Yeah, it's up. Bengals, Commanders, Falcons, Commanders, Ravens, Commanders, Bengals about to be lit. Who the Bengals get? They got a tackle, right?
They definitely got a tackle.
Yeah, they got a tackle. They got Mims, Amarius Mims.
And I didn't really like the pick right then and there in the heat of the moment. I'm like, y'all just brought the other Brown over, so y'all got
2 on 12 and 5.
Y'all got both of the Browns, so I didn't understand the taking of a tackle. But at this point, with as much as you've swung and missed on O-line production to protect Joe Burrow, at this point, can you really knock them for being a little overly cautious with that position? I can't be mad at it.
You can't be mad. Yeah, man, back in the saddle. They've been new JD1 for sure. Key. I know I won't be able to. I'll be in service. But let me check with some people, man. Let me hit them up. Let me hit them up, see if they want to do it. Or not.
I think people was
being late.
I think people was mainly talking about a space today.
Oh, so maybe it'll just be a space, Key.
Yeah, I think it'll be a space. I think everybody was a little tired from the long stream yesterday because they dragged them picks out.
Got 2 more drafts. People still doing mock drafts. All right, let's look at this.
Trying to kill that time, man. I had to take a nap
right.
early. I had to take me a nap.
And this entire region, and really all the Commanders fans around. This is a great day. This is a great day. not only for our organization and this entire region and really all the Commanders fans around the world. Like I told some of you guys who were here last night, I speak for both.
How y'all
We heard
doing?
you enough, Bruce Wayne.
Man, I just want to say appreciate Mr. Harris, Adam and DQ, man, for believing in me, giving me the opportunity to live on my childhood dream. And I just can't wait to get to work. That's the biggest thing. And
I like that pen.
thank God, I wouldn't be here without them. And thank you to my family, supporting me, believing me and sacrificing me. I appreciate you guys.
Mm-hmm.
Hey, Jayden, JP Finley, welcome to Washington. You said repeatedly this is a childhood dream come true. How surreal has the last 24 hours been? Does it feel real yet?
Nah, I mean, kind of. I was just sitting, laying in bed, and I was texting with Malik and Brian, man. We just we woke up as pros officially. We're all on our teams, and we're able to live our childhood dreams. So it still hasn't hit me yet, but it's starting to get there.
Now that it's official, like you said, what are these Commanders fans getting in Jayden Daniels?
I mean, just somebody that wants to be the best version of themselves. I was going to work hard, going to put their head down and work, and do whatever it takes to help the team win.
Jayden, again, welcome to the DMV area. Chad Ricardo with Fox 5. We talk about you winning that Heisman Trophy. We spoke about, of course, you being the number 2 pick in the draft. You said last night that this was a dream come true. I wonder at what point in your career, albeit youth ball, high school, did you know that something like this was possible for you?
Yeah, this is a dream I had since I was a kid. I set out, I got a blank piece of paper, where I'll play in the NFL and put it above my door. So I seen it every morning. And that's just something I dreamt about every time I worked for. The workouts with my dad, when I didn't want to work out, when I started doubting myself when I was younger, like, can I really do this, man? All the perseverance I've been through, adversity I've been in my life, led me to this point now.
Anybody who makes it to this level of success, of course, they have a motivation and intrinsic motivation of why. What is that for you? What keeps you working hard and looking to be the best, even when you maybe don't feel like it?
I would just say my parents. They sacrificed for 23 years of their life for my life to get me to this point. Without them, I wouldn't be here. How hard they worked. What they instilled in me to be a great human being, not just a football player, but a person. Treat people with respect, and gain the respect of others. Nothing's given to you in this world. You got to go out and earn everything.
Hey, Jayden, Sam from the Washington Post. Welcome to Washington.
Appreciate it.
Now that you've been drafted, what's your focus? What's next?
Getting to meet my new teammates and learning this playbook. That's the focus for sure.
Is that me or you, Sam?
The only person I talked to so far was John. All my teammates starting to hit me up now. So
you still here?
All this, I can reach back out to him.
Jane Scott Abraham, ABC7 again. Welcome to DC. What I loved about Adam's press conference last night, what he liked about you, he says you take the soul away from a defense.
Yeah.
In your perspective, what does that look like when Jayden Daniels takes the soul away from a defense?
2023 Florida game.
Can you elaborate?
Just turn on the tape and watch that game.
Yeah, turn on the tape.
Being the number 2 overall pick comes with expectations.
You can't keep taking shots in my squad, man.
Turn around this franchise. Why do you think you're ready for that role?
I mean, God put me in this place for a reason. My life is already written out. He got a plan. I'm just following it. But that comes with the work at the end of the day. Nothing is given to me. It's not a given. I'm a starter week 1. I got to go out and I got to earn it. I got to put in the work. I got to learn the playbook, earn the respect of my teammates, and, go out there and try to win football games.
I like that.
Last season, obviously significant, the production you had. What do you credit the most for, your ability to really improve year to year there?
I would say just the stability I was able to have at LSU. Same coaching staff, same coordinators. And, it's just the camaraderie and the trust that me and my guys built this past offseason, and be able to find ways to take my game to another level. I didn't want to come back to college and do the same thing I did the year before. So I want to take my game to another level. And, you know, shout out to, you know, LSU and the support staff that helped me out, whether that's the Oculus, the VR stuff that I was doing, or even after practice, you know, the equipment people, the equipment assisting the students, you know, catching football for me when I'm the last one on the field. So I appreciate all of them.
You mentioned the 2023 Florida game. What do you remember most from that game?
Your girl Nikki.
It catapulted me back to win the Heisman Trophy. So yeah, I don't really like Florida. I don't like LSU. So yeah, it is what it is.
Jayden, John Kine from ESPN. When did you realize you had taken your game to another level?
I'll say I kind of seen it through spring ball and fall camp. Just how we're clicking on all cylinders as an offense, and we knew we would be really good. We didn't know how good we could be, but we knew we'd be really good. And I'll probably just say maybe the Mississippi State game. You know, it's something that it was just clicking for us at all cylinders, man. And, you know, we were just out there having fun, and from there it was like, man, we got to keep it going. We got to keep improving each and every week.
What did you see from yourself, though, that allowed you to think that you'd taken it to that level?
Man, I'll just say my swagger and confidence and belief in myself.
I like that.
You know, that's the same kind of confidence I had in high school when I was walking around, you know, playing football, having fun. And, you know, the game felt fun, you know, out there just being able to be with my teammates, my brothers. That we worked so hard for 6 months of your life, man. You only get one opportunity on Saturday to go put stuff on film. So, you know, we went out there and we performed.
Hey, Jayden, Ben Standig with The Athletic. Congratulations.
Appreciate it.
Obviously, this team did a lot of homework on you. To what degree did you, as a prospect, do homework on them, and what did you kind of figure out that this might be a pretty good spot?
Man, I watched football regardless, so I kind of already seen the players that they had last year. Obviously, Cliff was in Arizona when I was at ASU, and, you know, it's all around. I'm just a football junkie. Obviously, watching DQ at the Cowboys over there at the DC. Adam was over there with the Niners, and, you know, a couple of my friends play at the Niners. So I always just watch football, see what they do.
You play for the Niners.
Just an organization. I didn't know how passionate the fan base was until, you know, I was in this process, man. So I'm excited. I'm excited to get to work.
And obviously, you showed a lot last year, in particular, about your game. Are there still elements you were running a scheme that LSU called? Are there still elements of your game that maybe we all just haven't seen yet, or that you're ready to show that, you know, you can do even more than what you've done?
Oh, for sure. I think I still got more in the tank to learn, and you know, I got more ability to tap into. I'm not a finished product. I'm 23 years old, man. So now I'm able to come in and learn a new system and see where I could take it.
Jayden, David Aldridge with The Athletic, man. Welcome to DC, bro.
Appreciate it.
When and how did processing information in real time on the field start to become easier for you?
Yeah, just this past season, you know, just my preparation throughout the week, whether I was waking up early, staying late, and making sure, you know, I'm prepared for the game, kind of stretch itself out during the week. So when a game.
And one of the things I want to kind of point out before we, you know, kind of close out the interview, Drina, is his issue has never been like film. Like it even came out that like even Herm was talking about when he was talking about him, is that you can't keep him out the film room. Like he's always in the film room, which cut into his time being in the weight room. But what do you think about a player like that? Because, you know, not to go back, but, you know, we did have a quarterback here. We don't want to hop too much on it, but
yeah,
that was always the thing about maturity and wanting to learn and being in the film room. And the film room was the issue. So how do you feel about like him knowing that about him, like he's always in the film room?
I think it just it breathes more genuine optimism into the player that he's going to become, because you know about the work ethic, right? So at some point, you with the talent, with the abundance of talent he has, if he has the work ethic, at some point it's going to click. Even if it doesn't click to the extent that we ideally hope it clicks, it's going to click to some manner that he's going to be productive for you. and you just hope that we maximize that as an organization with doing our part, whether that's being the fan base to provide him the buzz and to the confidence to know that okay, these guys are backing me, good game, bad game, what I'm saying, all of my ups and downs throughout the first season and early into my career, like just seeing a consistent fan base that's gonna back him no matter what and allow him to grow, and be patient with him. I think that bodes well for him, and his confidence. A lot of this, when you get to the highest level, everybody's good, right? To
Right.
some extent, everybody has some type of talent.
Yeah.
So how you separate yourself, it's the little things. It's the having the confidence. It's the waking up knowing that I want to go to the work environment that I'm in. You know what I'm saying? You always, that's just a natural human thing. You always gonna uh, be better if you going somewhere that you love to, you love to do that job instead of somewhere you just going to kind of provide financial stability for yourself, right? So I think all of this bodes well for him. And knowing that he's a film junkie just lets me know that it's not a matter of if, it's just a matter of when it's going to click for him. It don't have to be year one for me. I'm a guy that believes a lot in what he said, the continuity, having a
Mhm.
staff, having the same offense 2 years, having the same coordinators, having the same conversations, you know what I'm saying, the same pinging ideas off of each other, having that stability bodes well for anybody coming into a new profession, right? So I think that we have a really good mix, and again, that pumps me up even more. You know what I mean?
And then having all these people in the building, like he can't be in a better situation. We always talk about how situations matters, timing matters, when you arrive somewhere, and everyone that he has around him, all the offensive minds he has around him is nothing. It's like it. All of the gaps should be filled, right? It shouldn't be no cracks left, right? Like you're going to see, um, you know, like him as a quarterback grow and mature, right? That's what you're looking for. We should be able to see that, and it shouldn't be year by year. It should be at least month by month. Like we should, like when we go to OTAs, we should see a different Jaden from OTAs to the first week of training camp,
Mhm.
right? The first week of training camp to the fourth week of training camp, fourth week of training camp to the first regular season game. Like we should see growth, but what's going to be like this is new to everyone, right? The whole new regime from the owner all the way down to the people in the kitchen. Like it's new for everybody. Like everybody is new. So not only are these coaches trying to figure out how are we going to, how are we going to introduce this scheme? How are we going to get these players to fall behind? How are we going to get these players to believe in what it is we're trying to do? And how we're going to do that as a staff, as a unit. Like everyone is going to have a lane, right? Everyone's going to have to stay in their lanes, right? Or if you're going to get out your lane, at least put your blinker on and wait for somebody to let you over. But because of like as much experience as we have with this staff, most people have done the other person's job, and that's another thing. So it's a lot that's going to go into this year, man. But if the staff is intact, if the staff is intact, they understand what needs to be done and how they're going to do it as a group to the players, then everyone should understand their role. If Jay need to be with Cliff on Mondays and Tuesday, then he need to be with Brian.
Johnson.
Yep. If he need to be with Brian on Wednesdays, if he need to be with Lynn on Thursdays, whatever the case may be, like all that should be set up. And I am definitely excited to see how this works out.
Yeah, man. Yeah, man. And again, the one thing that outside of his, frame and things, the one thing that kind of was the, run on red flag was why did it take so long for him to, have that one season where it stamped him, right? And, while that could provide some skepticism, once you get a peek inside into who the player is, who the character is, who the guy, who Jayden is, it leads me to believe that we're going to get the second best year of his career. Instead of that being an anomaly and him kind of coming back to the mean of the other years prior, I think you'll see that trajectory to continue because of the infrastructure we have, because we're in a position where he's going to get the opportunity to play and he's going to get the reps, right? And then there isn't a lack of leadership here where, as a franchise guy, it's a difference when you can ease your way into that leadership role. Like, of course, some of it is thrusted upon you just because of where you're picked in the position you play. But when you go into a situation where you got young minds on the staff and you got a predominantly young core of players, how often, how much you kind of put pressure on yourself to kind of rush into that leadership role, could lead to things, being a little more bumpy than you would like them to be. So I think, with having a strong personality, head coach and Dan Quinn, having strong leadership and GM, having a diverse ownership group that are, a bunch of leaders in, their respective business ventures and things of that nature, Jayden can just come in, be himself, and learn how to best lead. Because we see, even with our own leader now, and Terry's just getting to that stage in his career where he's seeing himself as he needs to be more vocal, whereas his leadership up to this point has been more, lead by example, lead by, character and things of that nature. So I'm definitely excited for Jayden. The sky is really the limit. And our possibilities are endless with, just the way we've kind of, gone about this since bringing in Josh Harris and the rest of the whole group, man. And it's a beautiful thing, man. It's a beautiful thing because it's on all fronts. So that there's no flukiness. Like, yes, we could very well come to the realization that we don't have the right people in place, or that that we didn't pick the right guy, right? But the way that we have done things in the right manner on all fronts leads me to believe that at some point things are going to start clicking, and you just hope that it's sooner rather than later as a fan.
For sure. Let's take a little bit more of these and before we get out of here.
Yes, sir.
Transition is homesickness. You go from California, Arizona, Louisiana. Now you're in DC. Obviously, you have some experience with it. But what about your family dynamic allows you to travel away from home but still be comfortable in your skin?
I say I got more comfortable when I was in Louisiana. I was older. Obviously, it's a life I want to live. But when I first came out of high school, man, I would have been homesick, man. I couldn't go too far from home. I couldn't even lie to you. But once I made that transition to Louisiana, man, it helped me grow even more. Being out there on my own, wasn't really dependent on family. More so, how to figure some stuff out, and figure out who I want to be as a person, as a man.
Hey, Jayden, welcome to Washington. My name is Candy Waller with Bowie TV. Can you share the impact your parents have had on your journey so far?
Words can't even explain it. Just being there for me, no matter what, through the ups and downs, really. And like I said, they sacrificed 23 years of their life for me to get to this point. So I know it's a proud moment for them, to see their son live out their dream.
Hey, Jayden, Mitch Tischler.
What's up, Marcus?
Monumental Sports. I know you haven't gotten into the playbook yet, but you mentioned that Cliff Kingsbury was in Arizona when you were down there. How much do you know about kind of the offense that he likes to run, and what kind of excites you about what he does?
Just the creative mind that he has on the offensive side, how he can attack defenses. Obviously, what he was doing over Arizona, with Kyler and having success. I want to go out there and, I want to be successful, but, it comes with putting in work each and every day.
I like how
Jayden,
he
Chris
keeps talking
Boombaka
about
with
work.
USA Today. Welcome.
Putting the work in.
A lot was made about emojis and Topgolf before the draft. And
Oh.
I know you answered questions about it, but
He ain't got to talk about how good he is. That's abundantly clear. So I'm gonna let y'all know about, you know what I'm saying, which I don't see.
It was fun being able to enjoy a process with 3 other guys that I know personally. You know, 2 of them I was working out each and every day with Mike and JJ.
Look,
so it was
working out
fun,
every
man,
day
to be able to come
with
out
them.
here
Look.
and then not really focus so much on football, man, just to get away and you know, kind of recharge your mind because you know we had so much
Better representation, my boy.
as far as you know. Might have to go here traveling, you know, learning.
Got folks out here talking about you don't want to be here.
And you know, just have fun and connect with guys that you don't usually connect with. You know, it was awesome.
Little what came out of that he thought he was gonna be able to get a one-on-one, and he's upset. Like he literally got the VIP one-on-one. We don't know nothing.
Not only did he get the VIP one-on-one, he the only one that got picked up
Yeah,
from the
right.
For a long time.
No, I don't feel no pressure. You know, I'm gonna
You
just
can't
come in
make it up,
and be
right?
me.
They see the writing on the
The
wall,
history,
bro.
man, and man, sitting
They
back
see
over
the
here,
writing on the wall, bro.
first black quarterback to win the Super Bowl. Obviously, what he did here, and, you know, in RG3, you know, the excitement that he brought. There's 2 people I've been knowing for some time, so be able to lean on them and how they had success here and maneuvered throughout this organization, man. You know, I'm open ears for sure. I'm ready to learn.
Awareness, man. I love the awareness.
Appreciate y'all.
Let's go, QB1. We glad to have you, brother. We glad to have you. Do great things for us, man. Do great things for us. We glad to have you.
Tonight, man, just man. Today, let's make this team. Let's make this championship team. Like this is,
Look, that's
you know,
why we wheeling and dealing today. You hear me? We wheeling and dealing. We dictate the board today, huh? I got what? King of Spades, tackle. Joker, another weapon. King of Heart, trade back. Like the possibilities are endless, family. You hear me? Possibilities are endless. You know what I'm saying?
Talking about lad, yeah, I won't mind lad.
We got our franchise guy. Now today is where we go sign some more. We gotta sign some more players to No Mercy today. You hear me?
Can't wait, man. Like it's definitely gonna be up. Like this is where you build them championship teams, man. Day 2 into day 3, like that round 3 to round 5, man. If you can get you some steals and some starters within those rounds, man, and this is what's supposed to be his specialty.
Yes,
you know
indeed.
what I'm saying? It's being
What
able
we
to go
brought you here
deep.
for, Batman.
Yeah, to go deep in the draft, to really get these guys, man, that we, you know, no one else really thinks about. But you bring these guys in, they perform. You got the coaches to coach them up, just based on their experience and their success from other players. So I'm absolutely excited about tonight, bro. Absolutely excited.
Very, man. And I wouldn't be surprised if there's a name or two if we sit at all 5 picks today and we pick players at all 5 picks. I wouldn't be surprised if 1 or 2 of them is just a name from complete left field that nobody had on their radar. In the past, I've seen Dan Quinn do that with cornerbacks. And we've seen, you know, how Adam Peters gets down with you know, with his mid day 2 and day 3 picks. So yeah, man, just family, let's keep an open mind going into these picks. You know, we all got our preferences of what we want or how we would like them to go about things, but it ain't no one way to do this. We got the main piece, and that's the quarterback. We know that the roster needs some work. We just don't know honestly how much, because we haven't been able to fairly evaluate what's on the roster with the previous staff. So I'm excited. Today is going to speak more to how they feel about the guys in the building already. Then it'll be me looking to nitpick, you know, who the name is that they call. So if they go heavy, if they double down on O-line right here, you know,
that could be a possibility.
You know, that tells me that they feel good about interior, but they just really didn't like, you know, the depth at tackle, right? if they go heavy on cornerbacks, then okay, they don't like what they see from the cornerback room, and the potential that we feel is there, they don't necessarily see it there, or they're not willing to bank on it enough, right? So I think that's more of how I want to kind of gauge the dialogue after this round, is to just see, this will kind of, it won't definitively say anything, but it'll kind of speak to certain how they valuing these units that we already have. So I'm excited, man. I'm intrigued.
Yeah, man. So everybody, man, the draft starts at 7. We got, as of right now, we got pick 36, we got pick 40, 67, 78, and 100. We don't have a 4th. We have 1 5th, and we got 1. No, yeah. We don't have a 4th. We got 1 5, 1 6, and 1 7, I believe. So
yeah, I believe so. Yeah,
that's what we got, man. So I definitely appreciate y'all for turning. Like I said, we just want to talk a little bit about Jayden. And we're gonna be back tomorrow night, probably tomorrow evening sometime. Just kind of recapping the draft party tomorrow. We'll probably do some interviews with some people that's there. Hopefully we could get some legends, some former players or something like that to plan more here. But definitely stay tuned. And for y'all that's gonna be there tomorrow, man, see y'all tomorrow. Remember,
hey man, shouts out to all my Commanders fam that's going to be in attendance tomorrow. Safe travels to and from. Enjoy, man. Enjoy. Again, this is just to piggyback off of last year's celebration. You know what I mean? Last year was to celebrate just being able to breathe again. You know what I mean? And now this year is celebrating the things to come. You know what I mean? So, go out there and turn up for Slim one time.
For sure. All right, remember, do it because you love it, not because it loves you. One beat, one sound, one heart.
One